A chance to reimagine our gardens. Your imagination is the highest creative faculty you possess. We humans are born knowing how to use our imaginations. Little children naturally imagine, creating fantastic visions in their mind's eyes and experiencing them as if they are real. We humans can get lost in our dream worlds that take us anywhere we want to go. Using your imagination exercises this phenomenal mental faculty, and you begin to create a vision for how you want to live. Look around you at the belongings in your home and life situations and that you imagined and later manifested as part of your life. Everything we have was once an idea created in an individual's imagination. Think of imagination as vibration on a conscious level. We were created in God's image, which is the root word of imagination, to use our imaginations as our Creator does. Everyone is creative and no one is more creative than others. There's a creative power that is flowing in you and through you. Specific cameras and certain people can see the energy flowing around your body like an aura. Living as we do in the matrix programming of schoolwork and career work, we sometimes forget how to use our imaginations as we dutifully perform the tasks set before us. We could all benefit from a lot of free time to imagine and create beauty in our lives. Life can and will get better every day by using our imagination. Remember this phrase, the greatest nation in the world is the imagination. It may have been a long time since you imagined anything, but let's do a fun imagination exercise here. Imagine that you are in a food forest and that everything you see around you is growing delicious fruits, nuts, berries, seeds, and leaves that you could pluck and eat. Like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, everything is edible. Some fruits and nuts won't be ripe for a while yet, but others are ripe and ready to eat. Imagine finding nuts or fruits on the forest floor, waiting for you to pick them up and eat them. What do you imagine growing around you? Perhaps potatoes, garlic, and onions. Maybe apples, pears, cherries, bananas, or pomegranates. Possibly cannabis or tobacco for traditional healing, or hops for your beer. Perhaps you imagine grapes for making wine and champagne, or cooking herbs and spices for your favorite recipes, such as rosemary, thyme, parsley, celery, and cilantro. Perhaps it's pumpkins and pecans for pies, tomatoes and peppers for salsa, or melons for snacking. Maybe all of the above and more. Let your imagination visualize the foods you would like to see growing around you. Then imagine reaching out and picking ripe hanging fruit and taking a bite. Imagine that it's more delicious and brightly flavored than any fruit you've ever tasted before. Imagine the juice dripping off the fruit. As you take another bite, imagine inhaling the beautiful fragrance of the fruit. Imagine your freshly picked food forest produce tastes incredibly vibrant due to growing in nutrient-dense living soil with everything it needs to develop correctly. Imagine yourself enjoying the moment, relaxing, and feeling happy. Now imagine picking and tasting some green leaves and discovering that they're delicious too. Imagine fresh new green shoots of onion, garlic, mint, rosemary, thyme, spinach, nasturtium, lettuce, and myriads of other green edible plants, delighting your senses with their unique fragrances and flavors. Imagine your body feeling more relaxed as the birds serenade you and the sun shining warmly on your back as a fragrant breeze blows across your face. Imagine a feeling of peacefulness washing over you that you haven't felt before, which makes you want to stay there and relax and unwind. Imagine feeling surrounded by abundance because there's more than enough food for you and plenty to share. Then begin to imagine enjoying this experience with your friends and family and picking some fresh produce to use in cooking your next meal. Now imagine that your body begins to feel active, energetic, and healthy. You like the feeling of energy invigorating your body. You keep walking and observing that the bushes and vines growing among the trees also produce refreshing fruits, seeds, and berries for you to eat as you walk along. Some taste sweet, some taste tart, some are crunchy, and some are soft. Most are juicy and quench your thirst too. Imagine that you become familiar with the various plants and learn to recognize them when you see them growing due to having tasted their produce. Imagine observing the ground under your feet, realizing that even the ground covering plants have delicate leaves, flowers, or berries to nibble on. Now imagine that you bend down and pull up a flowering plant to discover that its root is a bright orange carrot. You realize that edible roots are growing underground too. Not only carrots, but also beets, onions, potatoes, yams, ginger, turmeric, and garlic. What an exciting and delicious journey you just experienced in your imagination. You just imagined being in a food forest. Yay! That is what it's like in a food forest. A combination of forest majesty with the practicality of growing food. Growing food forests is the best way to grow food. Other names for growing food forests include agroforestry, sustainable permaculture, biodynamic gardens, biodiversity, and regenerative agriculture. I use the name food forest, but I also really like the terms Garden of Eden and Garden of Infinite Abundance and Paradise. People worldwide still grow food forests as they have done for generations. This ancient practice is our heritage and our sustainable future. We have tried having a few farmers grow food for everyone, but commercial farming methods and the practice of shipping produce worldwide pollute Mother Earth. Creating a food forest benefits our environment. Food forest growing solves many problems and can be scaled down to a container garden, a small patio, a large backyard, or up to large acreage. Modern farmers can grow diverse crops using food forest methods, using syntropic agriculture. This book is for your family home, though, my friend. Food forests make fabulous family home gardens because they provide a vast variety of produce growing compactly together. You don't have to have much space for cultivating a variety of crops. Imagine your land producing food, wood, fragrances, healing and first aid plants, homes for wildlife, dignified pleasant labor for exercise, and a peaceful coexistence with many life forms. Imagination is the bridge from the now to the divine possibility in your mind. I give you this food for thought. When you grow a food forest, you will have healthy food to eat without much work on your part.